Hey, shalom, shalom. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah HaKodash. Hey, double honors, the apostles, elders at Great Millstone, salutations to you, Akim, that's out there doing the work in truth and in sincerity. All right, so as of late, we had the YouTube ban, and also, not just the YouTube ban, but let me see if I can find it really quick. It says YouTube bans Holocaust denial videos. Okay. As he makes his, you know, as he makes his fight towards global dominance and the enslavement of all human beings in the earth, he's slowly taking away the truth. Okay. Also, he banned what they call supremacist speech, which that's the scriptures. They basically ban us. That's why certain brothers' videos are being removed. But I only say that to say this: look, we're in a situation where they're gonna take that hope away from us, and that, which is the famine of the word, and that's why get it while it's hot, so to speak, because we're headed in some times where this earth is going to be pretty much barren of faith, and the only ones that's going to be, faithful are the elect and the just, because the scripture said the wicked shall do wickedly and the just shall live by faith, and we're headed into those times, man. Hey, I wish I can, explain it fully, but in fact, before I woke, I was just asleep. I had a vision of America breaking down. I had a vision of there were planes crashing into buildings, almost like the planes were delivering, these consumer items, and it was just a fully automated thing that they had going on, and the world around us was just breaking down. It was just breaking down, and as it was breaking down, the vibration was that there was no information, and all our information was in books and things of that nature. But the world around us was just breaking down. It's a lucky I couldn't get as vivid as I wanted to, but I'll just go into the scriptures, Slakia, and because this is just raw. All right. So this is Psalms 85 and 11. I might forget most of my talking points, but just had a few pointers I wanted to bring out. That the elites, these Edomites, they want to steal people's hope. All right, and that's why they're removing. Hey, they removed Farrakhan from IG, Instagram, and certain other, um, people that speak on political issues. So we're headed into a time of that 1984, vibration, where, thoughts can be a crime, speech can be a crime, everything's going to be a crime, everything's going to be a rule, you know. All right, but this is Psalms 85 and 11. It says, "Truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven." Okay. And so truth has spring from the earth. And that's why we have vast amounts of information that's going out. People are, getting into business, becoming entrepreneurs. And this is the age where people are becoming entrepreneurs. Why? Because this is the age where, your supermarkets are going to close down. Everything is going to be pretty much going into that automated field, And yeah, man, if you're not witty enough to see the signs of the times, then you're gonna just get left behind. Things are People are getting into, nature a lot more, but people are also getting into technology a lot more. All right. And the most important thing to remember during these times is our creator, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and not be involved in the consumerism and the, in the vainness of this world, because it's going to consume those who tack on to it. But Ecclesiastes 12:1, it says, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. All right. And so remember the creator in the days of thy youth. All right. While the evil days draw nigh, and that's now. Okay. That's now. All right. Because when we receive the truth, we become as babes. We become newborn babes within the faith. And so therefore, we pretty much we're just hitting the ground running, so to speak. And so these are the days of our youth, while the evil days draw nigh. So this is the time to get the understanding. Wisdom and knowledge shall be done. Let me get it. All right. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times. All right. But ultimately, faith is the main thing, man, because hey, you're not gonna be able to see that hope if you don't have that faith, and that's what Esau is trying to take away. Lord willing, I'm hitting a point. This is Isaiah 33:6. It says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure," and that's going to be the elect's treasure, the fear of the Lord, because of fear. All right. The fear of the Lord is what's going to be the most precious thing. All right. Not your lives and your dependency on this world, and your fear and evil shit that's going to take place. You got to fear the Lord. You got to tremble unto the Lord, man. All right. Here we go. There's a few scriptures. I'm going to just go ahead and read these. Hey, this is good. Psalms 15:4. In whose eyes a vow. Let's go to it. It says, he that backbiteth not with his tongue, nor doeth evil to his neighbor. Let me see. Sorry, one slack it. It says, Lord, who shall abide in thy tabernacle? Who shall dwell in thy holy hill? All right. And we know the only ones that's going to dwell in the holy hill is Israel. But the Israel of Israel, the elect, the very chosen few of Israel. All right. It says, he that walketh uprightly and worketh righteousness and speaketh the truth in his heart, meaning your mind. And so those that continually think upon the kingdom and think upon the righteousness that is to come, those are the ones that the Lord is seeking, the ones that sighing and crying for the abominations that be done in the midst of this place. Okay, because the Lord want those minds, the ones that the four progressive minds, the ones that's toward his will, because that's going to rule the future, these words in the scriptures. All right, because as the scriptures say, the fashion of this world shall pass away. All right. But the word shall remain forever. Okay. It says, he that backbiteth, backbiting meaning to talk behind somebody's back, So you're one way in front of somebody's face, but when they're out of your presence, you're talking, you're backbiting, you're doubting, you're doing all these other things that's contrary to how you first presented yourself. All right. It says, he that backbiteth not with his tongue, nor doeth evil to his neighbor, nor taketh up a reproach against his neighbor, in whose eyes a vile person is contemned. All right. But he honoreth them that fear the Lord. All right. And that's the brotherhood, because we honor each other that fear the Lord. All right. He that sweareth to his own hurt and changeth not. Okay. He that putteth not out his money to usury, nor taketh reward against the innocent. All right. Which a lot of our leaders do. All right. He that doeth these things shall never be moved. Okay. And let's go back into that word search. All right. like I said, this is raw. This is, nothing pre-planned, but this is in the spirit. So, and just had a vision waking up, and it was quite the vision. I tell you that much. We was in high-rise buildings, and there was planes literally flying on their sides, and I'm talking about hundreds of planes right next to buildings just flying on their sides. And some of them were crashing. We were hearing crashing planes crashing into buildings. And on these planes were, I think it was the Amazon logo or something like that, man. And you can tell the spirit was like you always see in those movies, like everything was advertised, and everything. You could tell people were shipping packages and receiving packages, and it was just all chaos, And in the high rise that I was in, it was a bunch of information, bunch of books, and I woke up and I actually seen my brother in the vision, and we woke up and we seen what was going on, and we're climbing through our stuff, trying to get down, trying to get, away from the disaster, so to speak, and we were well aware of what was going on. All right. Look at that. And I'm going to go back to that Ecclesiastes, but it says, the fear of the Lord is clean, enduring forever. Psalms 19:9. The judgments of the Lord are true and righteous altogether. Ye that fear the Lord, Psalms 22 and 23. Praise him, all ye the seed of Jacob. Glorify him and fear him, all ye the seed of Israel. All right. And that's what the Lord is asking for. And you can't do nothing without fear. That's just point blank, period. All right. Either you fear Esau or you fear the Lord. And that's what we're going to see. The hour of temptation is approaching. All right. And that chip is going to be here. All right. And then in the midst of that, the famine of the word. OK. And those that have it, they're going to have it to the end. All right. We're going to have it. We're going to have that hope. But Esau slowly, gradually is stealing that hope. He's making his moves. And ultimately, we're going to see a generated crises, whether it be disease warfare, like we've always been mentioning, or, some natural disaster, which ain't natural, generated disaster. No matter what shape, form it comes in, it's going to alter this world. And the spirit of this world is going to be completely different. All right. Just like when 9/11 came, the spirit of the world, it kind of fast forwarded. And, our lives start to fast forward. Next thing you know, we in like 10 different, the American military industrial complex is in 10 to 15 different wars. I'm exaggerating probably by only 5. And they're surveilling everybody. Now the truth is coming out about them surveilling everybody. Also, the truth is coming out, their skirts are being lifted. And we're seeing even with now with the with Jake, Esau's true nature being revealed. It's being revealed, and people are seeing it before this destruction comes, which is very ironic, but very very I don't want to say daunting, but it's very not exquisite, but it's there's a word for it, man. I can't say it right now. But it's like I continue. It says, what man is he that feareth the Lord? All right. Him shall he teach in the way that he choose. All right. So what man feared the Lord? The elect, of course. All right. The elect, of course. Psalms 25 and 14. The secret of the Lord is with them that fear him, and he will shew them his covenant. All right. And what ultimately their covenant is what? The kingdom of heaven and being righteous forever, immortality. And we see, okay, before they ban everything, the famine and the word is going to come. All right. Let all the earth fear the Lord. Psalms 33 and 8. Let all the inhabitants of the world stand in awe of him. Well, that's going to come. Okay. Because his name is going to be refreshed throughout the whole earth. All right. As the scripture says, he shall have a new name. And this name, the whole world is going to fear, okay? Because, hey, why do the heathen rage and imagine a vain thing? We're going to have all these nations come against us, all right? When they come against us, the Lord is going to lift up a standard against them, okay? We're going to need that spiritual power, no matter how you see it. If you might look at it like like it's, you know, like Jake just, at Comic-Con or some, we into superheroes too much. That the truth is that the Lord promised it, okay? And moreover, we're going to need the spiritual power to save us from what's going to come, all right? All right, one more and then I'm going to go back. Psalms of 111 and 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments. His praise endureth forever. All right? And so, look, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of everything, all right? Especially wisdom. And if you don't believe in that, then, well, I don't know what to tell you. Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. While the sun or the light or the moon, which is wisdom, because of wisdom shine forth like the wisdom is likened unto the moon. The apostle was just talking about it the other day, which, they mentioned it aforetime, wisdom of the moon is likened unto wisdom, or wisdom likened unto the moon, all right, because it shines the way it shines, it illuminates in the dark, all right. It says, while the sun or the light or the moon, and it's going to be physically, we're going to see literally these lights being taken away, okay? Because the day of the Lord is gloominess. It's a day of darkness also. It says, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. Who are the keepers of the house? Your leaders in government, all right? Because they're going to tremble because what? The Lord is going to take away their comfort, and he's going to rise up. There's going to be sedition among men, okay? And also, there's going to be a terror of war. The sounding of war, the alarm of war is going to sound, all right? And everything that you thought was cool, everything that you thought was real, it's going to be tested, all right? It says, and the strong men bow themselves, okay? And the strong men going to bow themselves because what? The day of war is going to come, okay? It says, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened, all right? So there ain't no future for America. It says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low, all right? One of the main things that runs this society is music, entertainment, whether it be sports, different forms of arts, that shit is going to cease, okay? Of course, it's going to probably be like a scene in a movie where you're going to have a vast amount of poor people, but the rich people, they're still going to be entertaining themselves. As the scripture says, it's going to be as in the days of Noah. So it's still going to be, entertainment, but not for the poor, all right? You're going to have to get that chip and integrate yourself within this beast system, and we can see it vividly, all right? A lot of things ain't going to happen in how we think it's going to happen, but a lot of things are going to definitely change, all right? And they're going to change for the worse, but ultimately the better, all right? Also, when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fears shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desire shall fail, because man go to his long home, and the mourners go about the streets, all right? And that's what's going to happen, man, okay? The mourners going to be in the streets, and there's going to be a very, very, very low vibration, all right? Let's go ahead and get this, okay? Slovakia. All right, so because we're headed into times where let me see, man. Wow. Let me see. Let me go back to this one. All right. Yeah. So here we go. Isaiah 33:6, it says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. And the fear of the Lord is his treasure." All right. Behold, their valiant ones shall cry without, the ambassadors of peace shall weep bitterly. The highways lie waste, the wayfaring man ceaseth. He hath broken the covenant, he hath despised the cities, he regardeth no man. The earth mourneth and languisheth. Lebanon is ashamed and hewn down. All right, Sharon is like a wilderness, and Bashan and Carmel shake off their fruits. Now, a lot of you got a lot of niggas that talk about it in the context, but within the context, they don't even understand the spiritual connection and the spiritual markers that, that's in the fact that history repeats itself. All right, and whether it be old Babylon or new Babylon, or I should say, the daughter of Babylon, things are going to reflect. They're going to reflect. The history is going to reflect, but this time it's going to be on a way grander scale. All right, so that was it for that one. So let's go into famine of the word. All right. All right, so Salaki, bear with me. Like I said, this is raw, and that's how it should be. All right. I think it's Zephaniah. Oh yeah, it should. I think it's worded. It shall be a famine in the land. I passed it over twice. This is Amos 8 and 11. Behold, the days come, said the Lord, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. And we're inching ever so closely to that, okay? And it's gonna be very surreal. It's gonna be very tragic for those who don't have the word, the ones that's been rejecting the word, And hey, man, that's just how it's gonna be, man. All right, because Esau is gonna come in like a flood. All right, they're gonna come in like a flood, and the things that people are doing today and have liberty to do, they will not be able to do anymore. And it's important to know these things. All right, and this pretty much it. Lord willing, this is edifying. Just some thoughts and pointers I had on my mind. Esau want to take people's hope away, and within doing so, it's going to lead to a huge scare. It's going to lead to this famine of the word. Hey, but with that, I'm going to say Shalom, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Ba Hashem Rakah HaKodash, double honors to your apostles, elders, that great millstone, salutations to your Hakim that's out there doing the work of truth and sincerity. Shalom.